Hello race fans, sim fans, RC fans, Racing 393. So this is the second video of my prototype demo run around the 24-hour circuit of Daytona. We went round in a older open cockpit style of prototype previously, V8 powered. Yeah, kind of my cup of tea, I suppose, when it comes to race cars. We've gone up the scale now to sort of the higher end of the LMP hypercar class. So these are super fast. Now this is called a Revenge. It's basically the is it the Oracle or is it Aurea? I'll have to have a look in a minute. It's on the stats when you get the car, and you can see by the name here, it was later then rebadged and named Alpine. So this is the top end of endurance racing. So I'm expecting this to get around that track at Daytona pretty rapid. Just below 700 brake horse, but it's a hyper motor. So it's got some electricity. I think it does have a boost or a push to overtake type of thing. But these cars, they're strange. It's because they're so fast, but they still have an engine in them. I'm quite impressed. When you see these cars in real life, the footprint's probably not much larger than a Formula 1 car. And it's kind of enclosed. It makes me wonder if in the future will F1 cars become these, but with more aero. I mean, this has got enough, but if you look at where the aero is on this car, it's pretty much an F1 car in disguise. If you imagine this car but with open wheels, you can kind of see where I'm coming from. Now, of one of these I have already reviewed on my channel. It was either Assetto Corsa or R Factor 2, but this is purely from VRC and testing the cars out and comparing them against one another. I'm expecting this to be ballistic. I will try and manage to get around T1 this time, so let's get in the car. So here's the car in game. Stunning. You can see there that the cockpit again is going to be pretty bland. Although my wheel isn't like that, a lot of the detailing's in the wheel when you're looking at it from the cockpit. But anyway, we're gonna. So we're in car. There's quite a lot of detailing in here, but as you can see, quite bland carbon fibre. It does feel a bit cockpish. No, that's what am I trying to say? Cockpish. Should I cut that out? I don't know. That sounds ridiculous. Cockpitish. Like you're in, well, you are inside, aren't you? So, all right, okay. It's got so much revs. I mean, it almost feels too high up, but it isn't.
You're all clear. Stay behind the line. Your tyres are cold. Watch out.
Right. It does feel really actually quite claustrophobic. So you can imagine these cars racing around here for 24 hours Absolutely flat out. I mean, any of the endurance racing, they're still putting out fast lap times on the limit. Well, that's a bit heavy on the steering there. So it's only 6-speed. Very stable. You know when I say that, it's all going to go wrong. 33 degrees of banking. Feels like I'm going absolutely subsonic. What am I doing? Don't know. Can't see the speed. Be careful of T1. That feels, I don't know. It's like I'm driving a spaceship. Tyres are still cold. Loads of grip. Oversteer then. Oversteered. But certainly much stable, much more stable. Heavy in the steering. Yes, I'm shouting again. Got to pick my braking point here for my fast lap next time round. Nearly missed it then whilst talking. Just as those countdown markers come in. Right, let's see what we can do in this one lap.
That lap was at 141.70.
Super stable on the brakes. Caught me out then. Lock up. On the power, nice and smooth, lovely, loads of grip, deep, a bit too deep there, power, loads of power, nice and controlled, that was my fault, right. Feels a really quick car. Didn't change gear then. We'll see what we're getting out. Let's get our braking right, not to overestimate this. Nice.
Front tyres are cold.
Nice. Good bus stop line there. Really got to concentrate here. Got a lot of feedback on the wheel. Across the line. Now.
That lap was a 138.58. Sector 3 times okay.
Well, I'm just trying to get my breath back. Yeah. That is incredible. Now I know there's other cars like this in other developers, sims and mods, but that's amazing. Right, let me let's get back into this on the replay, and I can have a little chat. But that blew my mind. I can't believe how good that felt around there. You could really push and get to the limit, and you're braking. You know, the back swapped and went out. But you could catch it, and you could feel the front loading up, and just the front tyre just unloaded its grip. You could just feel it through the wheel. It just, I don't know. No, it's not real. Don't get me wrong. Real it isn't, but realistic it is. Right, let's let me start the lap. Out. 33 degrees of banking. It looks ferocious. I mean, I don't know whether this car's got a regen. Must have. Looks amazing. It's so stable. We will slow it down in a minute. Look at the acceleration on that out the corner. And the grip. Spectacular. Right, let me just slow this down a minute. There we go, I've slowed it down. It's sort of like a fifth of the speed. Wow. There's not many cars which give me that satisfaction on something which ultimately I wouldn't say it's my first choice of racing. But I locked up here, I think I went a bit wide. Yeah, see the back step out, but I caught that there. You could feel that on the steering wheel. The back just lightened up and then a small correction which caught it. And that was good. Yeah, as I'm saying, it's not a discipline of motorsport which I would choose to watch. As in, oh, the whatever it is, the Daytona 24's on. I might make a point of seeing a bit of it. Depends on the coverage, but because it goes on for so long, it certainly wouldn't be my first choice. And I have been to a couple of endurance events. It's better there than it is on telly, but this replicates what you see in real life and how I felt just driving that for one lap around this 24-hour Daytona layout. Around those banking, it's super. I don't know how to explain it. I've never had that before. Like the other car felt like it was floating. This felt like you're driving it. Like I said, no, it's not real. Come on, but it's realistic. I don't know what else to say. I'm blown away. This car came out on, I think, Sim Dream Developments as a not an official, but it had an official skin, and that was good. I do believe it's in R Factor 2 as well. But it makes you want to have another go. That's the thing. You got to remember, I've not driven this before, so if you'd have done the setup, changed some settings on the wheel, even settings on the brakes, within threshold braking, you could really get this to hook up. But most of my stuff is pretty standardly set. I have the wheel with its normal force feedback where I have it, but there are certain things I know which you can adjust to get the best out of whatever mod or car you're driving. This particular lap round into what I would call the bus stop, really good. The car just sort of stuck. I think I went a little bit wide on the exit. I can't remember now, did I? No, it wasn't too bad. Maybe a fraction. Why does this car or cars like this blow me away? It's exactly the opposite of my DNA. Endurance racing. Yeah. I got in my head. Hyperpower. Anything electric and charging. Come on. I don't like it. But I like this. Again, you can choose what games to play, can't you, and things, and you can. It is a game at the end of the day, but that's yeah. You can probably hear my enthusiasm, which is rare. That was a nice lap. It felt a nice, clean lap, and I mean, look at that. I mean, the car. I mean, they are smaller than you realise. I think it looks smaller maybe because it's such a wide track, isn't it, Daytona? Well, narrow in NASCAR terms, but wide in itself. Maybe it's a little bit the scaling's not quite right because you see these cars going round side by side, and the different classes. I'm not sure. That looks a bit better. Scale-wise. But yeah, what a car. Again, I'm going to put a link in the description. That'll, at the moment, virtual racing cars, there's more, but you know, how far do I go with it? What's the cut-off there? Yeah, I'm blown away. So that concludes my little trip down VRC. I hope you enjoyed that, from the Indy cars to the prototypes. That it just goes to show that they are so different that they're worth the purchase. Some people might think, well, why buy a certain year car, a Formula North America, which we now know is a real thing, but clearly based on IndyCar. From one IndyCar to another, which is similar. I mean, they do differ. This is a little bit different, where this car is completely different to the one I did earlier on. It's a very different class of what it is. I think this is the hyperclass, and the other was LMP. I don't know what it was. LMP2? I don't know. Well done, VRC. I'll put a link in the description. I hope you like that. And I would certainly recommend you go and give those chaps a look. Donate what you can. As I bought about 7 cars, I just donated the minimum. It all came to it was actually 24 quid in total, I think it was. 24.50 or something. So if you're going to buy just one car, give them a little sort of bit extra. It helps them develop more cars. If we get more cars like this, or different genres of cars, whatever they do, I think there is another one coming out soon. I did see something on their social media, but I can't remember what it was now. I didn't save it, and it's not on their website at the moment. So yeah, they're still working hard. But anyway, that's it. I'm done. Hope you enjoyed that little series of VRC mods. I've got some others in the pipeline from sim racing. So subscribe, hit the bell, give us a heads up, whatever that means. Give us a message, thumbs up, you know, make some contact with me. I always respond. I don't get that many messages, so I can easily, at the moment, respond. If it stays like that, then happy days. Great, I'll leave you there. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.